All right, I just want to do like a really quick update here. I have once again, second world in a row now, hit 1,000,000 stone broken. Oh my goodness gracious! Um, I don't think this works anymore. I've definitely 145,000 used, 685,000 picked up. That might be right. And if I do by picked up, it's stone and then cobblestone. And yeah, there's your million. Okay. Yeah, very cool. Yep. Anyway, that's 1,000,000 blocks. This is how we're doing so far. Um, Still quite a ways to go. This is this is a little bit of a status update. Um, it's not going to be so much further. It's going to be, what am I at, 30, 40, so we're going to be down at 10 more blocks when we're done, which is, I'm planning on that being the next check-in. But I want to show you kind of what I got going on. So you fly on up when you're ready to go up. Ooh, hang on, I'm not ready to go up. I didn't realize I was... Excuse me, I have a whole lot I'm doing. So when I finish a layer off, what I will do, this was just for planning that. What I'll do is I'll go around and I'll get rid of all of the ores, dirt, and gravel, anything that'll slow me down while I'm really quickly cutting through the mountain. And I just gather all this now. It doesn't really matter an hour later. It's nice to have it all. And when my inventory fills up, I will go up over to here. Now, this chest I'll dump all of my blocks into. Anything that overflows will go up here. It used to... Oh, this is actually due to be dumped back in. I haven't touched that in a bit. This is basically just the system can't keep up with the number of items, and so it overflows. And it's fine. You just stick it in. I used to have a chest down there. I just brought it up here to make it easier. I will put into the corresponding chest whatever ores I've got. Lapis, or excuse me, I'm a little raspy horse. Anyway, emerald ore and lapis ore, I ore. This stuff is really the most of all fortune, other than obviously all kinds of cobblestone. When I need to fix my equipment, I will grab some ore out of here or here, and then just use these smelters to smelt copper. And yeah, that's basically all I'm doing. Is I'll do that till I need to empty my inventory or fix my tool over and over until we got to get to this far down. So we're getting there. I'm at 1.2 million blocks broken. Jeez Louise. All right, we've done it. It is done. Digging. I've then started planning, plotting, a little bit of both. Planning and plotting out where things are gonna go. I did decide I want to build my pillars like the same, like this guy keeps going down below. So I did a little bit of planning for that. This feels so loud. What is that? Anyway, there we go. So we got yeah. I designed a sorting system. Upgrade, update, tweaks. I'll show you that in a second. But I have to show it to you now. What kind of problem is? I don't have the numbers in front of me. I was doing the math last night while I was working. But this this is it, sort of. This was a first draft. This is the second draft. It's 21 blocks wide, 18 blocks tall, with extras, room for extras as well. The very small tweaks is room for these water streams. I think I might have shown this maybe in another clip. Room for water streams to take things around right at this spot. In between is going to be 3 blocks wide, which isn't here, but I have that kind of more or less figured out. It's wider and taller, so it's better to fly through. You can access, very barely, you can access the back chest there. So, the problem I was having with... Right, I guess we're going to log out of those in a second. The other system over there, where you could only access this first chest, exactly this. And there was only that much for room to store filled shulkers. I addressed it a couple ways. I've got this chest, so that's what we had before, and I added this guy and this guy to store filled shulkers. Now this you'll never be able to open, oh well, who cares. I would be able to detect when this is full, and so I could like turn off this or something. To be decided exactly what I will. But this is the upgraded. So the items come in at double speed. Both of these go into the same shulker box filler. We've got 2 chests of buffer space. Oh my god. And so, of course, this does only feed into 1 shulker box loader, which does mean in like truly gargantuan item incomes, it won't keep up. But the idea is this will not be like, this won't be sorting stone. That'll be going into something, or most stone anyway, will be going into something that'll just knock my headset off. I'm all kinds of a mess today. That'll sort large amounts faster, so this shouldn't ever be an issue. You'd have to crunch some quick numbers. It'd be like 10 shulkers, or 10 shulkers all at once, back to back, if that was the only item coming through, would overfill this. I think that's the calculation over time. But anyway, that's going to be it. We will have the water streams crisscrossing, that. All this beautiful space. And I've got to plop that guy into, now it can make sense, into these spaces, so that you'd be able to walk down through here, and then the items will be available to us. These go, I'm going to actually /fly just so it's easier to visualize and see what I'm talking about. So you'll be able to walk into there, going between the pillars. There'll be spaces behind, between the pillars, basically, where you could run extra redstone for other, detecting, do I want to craft this item, or have you? There's also room to do 2 layers of this. Now, not everything needs to have the shulker box loading system built right into it. Not everything will, but I've got room for 2 layers. This is the top. This is dead space. This is the floor of the next layer, meaning I've got a block of wiggle room. And I go all the way, this goes all the way up to, I think, here. And that'll allow me to do a little bit of just making sure that this kind of looks the way you want it to, sort of thing. I can play around a little there. But here's the problem. If I were to do both layers like this, I'd be sorting over almost 770 items. My current sorting system, which I already struggled to find items to sort, does less than 300. I did the math, and if I were to do just a single layer of this, I would have 97 items more to sort than my current sorting system. And I spent time last night thinking realistically, what items am I going to need to sort, want to sort, and I was able to come up with 50 more from what I already do at my old system. So 1 single layer is going to be so much more than enough for a very long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the towers. I'm probably going to remove this, maybe move it, but this can't stay here. I'm too annoyed at this stage. I'm going to remove the towers, or build the towers, and then I'm actually going to do a scaffold floor up so that I've got a floor here to work on, and I will build the upper sorting system first. And then the lower bit will be room to expand or do other things if I want. I could put auto crafters in there. I was thinking of putting them into the walls at various points, but I'll have so much extra space for sorting system. So that's the current plan. So I'll be building towers and removing that. And then from there, I suppose it's slapping in the sorters. Holy guacamole.